Hello, this is where we cut open Nollywood, the complex magic-making machine, and bring into your homes the various aspects of the vibrant movie industry. I am Koye Shotadi, and this is Nollywood Uncut. Glad you can join us. She's come to be known as the queen of the theater, but has easily transformed into the screen dawn, churning out multiple quality projects over the years. A lawyer from the Afe Babalola dynasty turned award-winning director. Please sit back and meet up close and personal, or better still, reacquaint yourself with Bolanle Austen-Peters. I really want to thank you very much for taking time out of your ever busy schedule, because I can't remember when you're not busy. If you're not busy, you're out of the country. So you're always busy. So thank you for your time.
So thank you for having me. I mean, you're one of my most favorite people on television, so it's an honor to do this.
Now, let's start from that busy that I just mentioned. You're a wife. You're a mother, you are a theater director, you're a film director, you are the CEO of Terra Culture, the art space, the bookshop, the restaurant. How do you juggle all these things together?
How do I juggle or wear so many hats? I think that nature itself, by making me a woman, has already made me multifaceted. Women are able to juggle so many balls at the same time. Being a mother, being a boss, being a director, doing all these things comes almost like second nature to us. But I think that most things in life is also a question of how you train yourself. I've learned as a person to handle stress without really internalizing the stress that my environment is giving me. So what I do most times is I take a day at a time. It's not good not to plan for the future, but I'm not one of those people that have long-term plans that, oh, next year. I take a day as it comes. So today I say, tomorrow, what am I doing? So I plan for the next 24 hours. That way I'm not overwhelmed. Second is that in approaching life, I tend to say to myself that I'm going to walk from the end to where I am right now. So I ask myself always, what's the worst case scenario? What can the worst case scenario be with anything? Apart from loss of life, everything else is what you put in between. So once I'm alive, I say to myself, oh, so the mission or possibly the goal is to do another movie. Okay, so the end product is we're going to do the movie. Now, everything between the formation of that idea to the end of it is what I choose to allow. So I look at all the issues in between. I say to myself, this will also pass. So that approach helps me to kind of like mentally block things. So I'm never in a place where I'm frazzled. So the children are calling me, my husband is calling me, my staff, the actors, everybody, vendors. But I take it a step at a time. I've learned to manage time.
So you juggle all these things and you do all these things. But what is the real Bolanle like when you're not directing, when you're not being the leader, all the things that you need to be?
The first thing is, I think Bolanle is very easy. I'm a very easygoing person. I'm not stuffy. I'm not, I don't take life too seriously. I just am me. The second thing is that my world is surrounded by my children, my husband, family, my siblings. And then I have great friends. Not a lot, but I have great friends. So those people kind of like keep me occupied the times I'm off work. The things that I really do enjoy doing when I'm not working is work. So, so my work is enjoyable. So the actors, the dancers, the band guys, my staff at Terraculture, they make life so beautiful that I don't need to look for an additional world outside. So at times when people wonder and feel for me that, oh, you're always working, you're always working. I'm laughing because I'm thinking, I'm having a good time. It just so happens that, yes, mentally at times it's very engaging for me. I don't have a downtime with my brain, but I try more and more to take more time out. And in those times, I do things like swim. I swim a lot. I love the water. I also take time out in terms of having a holiday. I travel quite a bit. And then I eat a lot. I love food. So those are the things that give me joy. You know what I mean? Food, travel, and just being in a nice space for some time. Then I come back to the grind. It's almost like I have two worlds. You know, I have my work world and I have my lifestyle work. So when I'm off work, I'm doing lifestyle. I eat, I go out, I travel. I do those things that kind of ease my tension. So that when I come back to work, I'm like, okay, now it's down to it. Let's get down. Let's get dirty. Let's get busy. And I just throw all the glam, all the trappings. I forget about them. Just get up to work.
Now, we're still talking about this juggling of things. I know that the trial of Brother Jero is going on. I know that you've had multiple nominations for collision costs. There's Man of God on Netflix, and I was on the set of Fumilayo Ramson Kuti, where you did a cameo. And you've got all these things going on. But let's talk about Man of God.
In the past, I did one or two movies, but it was just more pleasurable than supporting Steve Gukas and Dr. Lakonya as executive producer and producer on 93 Days. So we decided to go into movie making during COVID. So, but you know me also, I'm very excessive. And so I said, okay, we want to do movies? I did the first one and I enjoyed it. I had a brilliant team. And I was busy, like I said, putting all the scripts together, working with some phenomenal script writers. So I had 3 scripts available. So I said, okay, we finished the first one, Collision Course. And then I think 3-4 months later, we shot Man of God.
Today, we're going to be talking about money.
And then Fumilayo Ransom Kuti got ready as well. And I said, okay, let's go. Let's shoot that as well. So, in fact, to get into the festivals and awards, we had to decide that we'll take the first. So we held back on Man of God, that until Collision has done its rounds, then we'll put Man of God into the festivals, and then, one after the other. I'm very grateful that Collision Course has garnered a lot of nominations and awards so far. I think that so far we have about 13 to 14 in between the 3 festivals that we've showcased it at. There's some international ones that we've also been accepted in. So we put Man of God in for the AMVCAs, and yes, we got nominated in some really brilliant categories, and I'm super excited that also director, I was nominated for Best Director. So it's really nice. So, I told you I'm a student of history. I love to study my environment. And I'm sure that you've noticed also that a lot of the movies I've done so far are about things that have happened in our space. Bling Lagosians is a parody of Lagos High Society, friendship, and all of that. And the same with Man of God. Man of God was something that came to me studying the religious space in Nigeria. And I'm not talking about faith, I'm talking about religion. And I decided that I wanted to do something about the adventures that I see around us. So the synopsis, the idea came to me, and I told a brilliant writer, Shola Dada, that she should please work on this concept that I had of the rot and decay in this so-called religious homes. I don't know what they call them. And it saddens me because I'm a Christian and I'm very, very serious about my faith. So when you see charlatans who take over the space and who also abuse and who also abuse the trust reposed in them by their parishioners, it's really bothersome. It's the story of the prodigal son, but done in a very contemporary manner. And at the end, I actually do put out a word from the Bible as the closing of the movie, saying that anyone who names the name of the Lord should depart from iniquity. For me, that's my own form of ministration. For me, that's Bolanle the minister at work. But it's not heavy, you know, anybody can watch it. And what I try to do is also to tell Nigerian stories, African stories that are also universal. So this story cuts across. You can go to Brazil, you can go to the United States of America, anywhere you are in this world, this story is pervasive of all these institutions that call themselves religious homes. And that's what I wanted to get across, that we all have to be careful. When we're talking about faith, we should develop ourselves and not necessarily follow a man. And that's the message.
Now, again, I'm saying about all this juggling of all these balls and everything. So I'm going to put myself into trouble and ask you, what's the future for Bolanle Austen-Peters?
So for me, the future is that I have a profession that I can do till the Lord calls me. So I'm in a good space. I'm having a good time. You know, the beauty of what I do is that there's just no competition for me, in the sense that I'm doing what I love. So I'm not looking to the left. I'm not looking to the right. I'm doing me. And me makes me very happy. And for as long as that is where I'm at, I'll continue to do it. If in the course of doing that, I lift up a lot of younger people, I create jobs for a lot of younger people, and I transfer skills to a lot of younger people. And in the course of that also, I get acknowledged and celebrated. That's a bonus. What is paramount for me is that I'm doing me, and I'm having a good time doing me. And that for me is the most important thing.
I'm sure you'll be able to do that and a whole lot more. It's been proven over the years that you're capable of doing much more than we see you even do in real life. I really want to thank you once again for taking time out to have this conversation.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for all that you do for the arts. It's very good to know that there is a station and there's somebody that really does care and look out for artistic content in Nigeria. Thank you so much.